I just faced my 5th rejection in salsa class. Should I keep trying here or move on to a different crowd? Have I overstayed my welcome? Well, if you asked out 5 different women in salsa class that you spend a lot of time with and you're dancing with and you're touching, that tells me that you're asking girls out and you're unable to tell if, or you're unable to tell that they're not into you. So you're going down in flames. So this stuff is laid out in the book. I know we talked about, I don't know if you're the same guy from last week or the week before, we were talking about somebody else. I think it was a salsa teacher. And the idea with that is that you got to remember when a girl likes you, they're just going to come stand next to you, especially when they don't need to. Like after class, she'll want to come over and talk to you. Before class, she'll want to come over and talk to you or stand near you. Notice the playing with the hair flipping, twirling the hair around the fingers, touching your arm, lighting up when she sees you. So you got to pay attention to those things. So you're clearly, like I said, you're asking out girls and you're unaware that they're not interested. So I'd say spend more time with the book, be a little bit more patient because I don't know how many girls are in your salsa class, but were there 10 women, 20 women in a salsa class? So now
Right.
you've asked out 25%. And like I said, maybe hang back a little bit more and observe. And because even if a girl is interested in you, if you don't really make a move, but you always engage with her, other girls in the class who may have mediocre interest see you talking to another one of the pretty girls, they'll actually like you more, and then they'll come over and talk to you. Oftentimes at the same time that you're talking to the other girl, and they'll kind of become competitive. So maybe you should pump the brakes a little bit and go a little bit slower, because if this is like a weekly class or you're going multiple times a week, you're gonna see these girls often. And so if you hang back a little bit more, they'll kind of stretch their necks out a little bit more to try to get you to notice them and that they're interested.
Update on my situation from yesterday. Decided I can't promise marriage within 2 years. Oh, that guy that she wanted to go on
Oh yeah, she was
break.
giving them the ultimatum. Either give
Yeah.
me a ring or we're on break.
Yeah. Decided I can't promise marriage within 2 years, accepted the break. She's now comparing me to friends and family, asking why I can't be like them and just propose. What is wrong with you?
So she's really using that emotional manipulation. She's trying to guilt trip you and just watching that. I remember I was in the same boat one time when I was 26. I'm gonna be moving to Orlando. My girlfriend at the time is going, well, the only way I'd move up there with you is if we're engaged. And I was like, well, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, okay, so we could get engaged, but I don't actually have to go through with the wedding anytime soon. Just give her a ring. It'll shut her up for a while. We'll be all good. Because I was like, man, I'm not ready to get married. Even though we were going to weddings, like sometimes there'd be a wedding Friday night, there'd be one Saturday. Sometimes there'd be Sunday weddings as well. It's like, there was constantly somebody we knew was getting married. But I wasn't ready for it. I didn't want to do it. And I was young and I didn't have any, I'm working with all these women. Like Jennifer was one of them. I was like, what the hell do I do? It doesn't feel right. Oh, Corey, you just got cold feet. Everybody goes through that. Just, go ahead and get married. It'll go away. You guys are so great together. I was like, it doesn't feel right. Oh, it'll pass. You'll be fine. But still it didn't feel right and I didn't listen to it. Even after I got married, I was like, even after I bought the ring, I was gonna take it back. And I was like, ah. But once I proposed, it's like her mom and her just like whoop, fast tracked the marriage. And so I proposed in like the fall of 90, was it 95? And we were married May of 96. It happened so fast. I was like, damn. It's like you get on that. It's like you get on a boat ride and you're fucking along for the ride, man. So again, it's like if you're not ready to get married, you got to tell her that, and that may mean you lose her forever, or she may stay away for a few weeks and then come back and be cool with it. But the important thing is just don't waste your time. If you know you don't want to have children with her and you don't want to have a family with her, you don't want to co-parent with her parents as grandparents or the aunts and uncles, is that you should, stay broken up and not get back together and not marry anybody unless you're 100% convinced that that's the person you want to have children with and a family with, and also that you are crazy enough to involve government in your relationship. So good for you for standing up for yourself and what you want and what you feel is right. Because your feelings are your truth. I've learned that if you ignore that, you make bad decisions and the outcomes are not very good. But when you do listen to your inner feelings and your inner truth, things always seem to work out. Austin Johnson, coach, does Gracie still do the consciousness exercises? I seriously doubt it. Getting her to do network care or any of that stuff was like pulling teeth.
What did I do wrong? My date canceled, called her and set the date and explained. On the phone, I confirmed the date with her for yesterday. I set it 9 days out because I was out of town. She agreed. She texted me, said she is sorry, but I didn't call her to confirm despite telling her on the phone and texted the time and place to her.
Did you meet her online?
Does not say.
Because guys will take what's in the book, because the book is typically thinking you're going to meet most women in person, because that's where the magic really happens. And so if you're meeting women in person, most people meet through work or through social circles, and you typically have some level of rapport with that person. And so in those cases where, like, say you went to a friend's party over the weekend, like maybe they were watching college football because now we're about to head into college football season, or maybe they're having a watch party for your favorite NFL team because it's preseason now, and you meet a cute girl there that works with your buddy's wife, and you end up hanging out all afternoon and having a few drinks and eating, and you really click. You're going to get her phone number, and then you're going to call her a few days later and make a date. And you're going to go actually pick her up. And those you don't need to call to confirm. But if you meet somebody online and you talk to them for maybe 5 minutes, they don't know you, you don't know them, you don't have any mutual friends or acquaintances in common, and then you make a date, 9, 10 days out in advance, you don't really have rapport with them. And you're probably going to meet her out someplace for drinks or whatever. And so in that case, what you should typically do is, especially with online women, is that, say you're supposed to meet at 7 p.m. that night, I would say like around 2 o'clock, say, hey, I'm running late at work. Yeah, I got to push it back. Can we meet at 7:30 instead? Does that work for you? And if the girl's planning on not showing up and doesn't really want to see you, she'll go, oh, I forgot about the date, or oh, something came up. I'm sorry I can't meet you. Or they might say, oh, well, you didn't call to confirm, and so I just assumed the date was off. The bottom line is she had no investment and didn't really care to see you. And I suspect probably it was, online dating. But, that's part of the problem. So you should do, you know, like I said, 4 or 5 hours for your date. Text her to push it back 30 minutes. Just tell her you're running late, especially if you're doubtful that she's going to show up. But again, under normal circumstances where you meet somebody in person through your social circle and you're going to go pick her up, it's a non-issue. Because you got her address, you got all the details settled. She knows you're coming to her house to pick her up. And if she can't meet you, she'll let you know because she doesn't want to look bad to your mutual friends or family or coworkers.